Welcome to the No Limits podcast, where breakthrough strategies in therapeutic education help neurodivergent children learn, connect, and grow in powerful new ways.
Hi, and welcome to the No Limits podcast. Today I have a special guest with me. I have Marie. Welcome, Marie.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
She's a advocate, warrior parent that son goes to a No Limits Academy, and she also has just finished negotiating through this CDC Plus program. And she has a lot of information from the perspective of just having gone through it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So can you tell our audience today, like, the CDC Plus program is a program that we all know that keeps our kids out of institutional care, right?
Yes.
And you as a RBT,
Yes.
like, and a CNA and a mom of a child that has significant complex disabilities, understand like what that means to make sure that our children are taken care of, because as parents, that's kind of our worst fears, you know. So tell me a little bit about how does now being empowered to make sure that your son is taken care of feel for you?
It has been like, now it's, I don't know, that I can breathe better, knowing it, knowing, no, that I can, keep my son at home, because it's, that is, my son's wish, like to stay at home and at that live it, like fulfilled, life within his condition and with, his, pain. And so, to me, this has became like a game changer for us.
Yeah.
In a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
And at that, the sense of like being able to actually focus right on his care, versus being so consumed with like the stress that comes without being on the CDC Care Plus program. So right now that I get to breathe and focus on its Tyree's medical health and while it's seeing the progress he has made throughout short time that I've been on the program.
Yes, and that's really important, like as a single mom and having all the stressors of like, you know, having to like have the financial ability to be able to like, you know, have a roof over your head and, you know, food on the table, and then having someone else taking care of your child, where a lot of times we know what's best.
Yes.
Right? And especially you as, you know, a CNA and an RBT, which is a registered behavior therapist, those things are, you know, you can kind of see the picture a little different than maybe other people. So, you know, as this progresses, do you see more of a hope and a future for like a better outcomes for your son?
Yes, that I have. While it, that I was at home to it provide care for it. My son, broke his femur, which was very devastating for me because my son previously surgery on the left lower part of his extremity, and for him to have more surgery, that it kind of took a toll on it, my son, and it's myself mentally, and after that, physically. During it, this time it that I had to fight, for it, my son's right to it, have it surgery to actually fix it, the problem, because it's based on my son's diagnosis. If our surgeon didn't know it, my son, the way he does, he wouldn't have performed the surgery. So it's during it that time that I had a advocate for my son, both at the hospital and the CDC Plus, explaining my situation to help my son while he was still recovering in the hospital. So like it was double battles during a critical time.
Yeah, no,
And my son's life with it the right help and support, that I was able to actually get on the program to actually help my son get through the recovery time, which was very lengthy and very exhausting, but we got it done.
Well, and it's bad that all of that had to happen to force the amount of time that you actually needed for your son. And I think that, like, actually politicians and people that are not in the know, that don't have like complex children like I do and you do, don't understand like the amount of care so that it takes for that complex child to actually thrive and survive, right? So your injury was while you were at work,
Yes.
right? Trying to put a roof over your head.
Yes.
But people don't understand that, like, literally you come home from a full-time job to have a full-time job.
Yes.
Right? So those two full-time jobs, people don't understand, like, because most people will come home, they'll cook dinner, they'll go sit on the couch, they'll do other things, where our job doesn't stop. I literally leave my office from one job to another job, like when I go home. And so to understand our life, right? Because you're saying these things that they're like, oh my gosh, that's like horrible. But it is even more so devastating for our children and our diagnoses, right?
Yes.
So, because a lot of times it's us that can help avoid those, because we're so acutely aware of them, right?
Yes.
So again, I wanted to reiterate that CDC Plus, basically, that program is to keep your child out of institutional care, help you as a parent be able to take care of your child at the level of needs that particular child needs, which is structured under the QSI, or the questionnaire situational instructions. So basically, that is a way, and you can speak on this better because you just went through it. Negotiating the CDC program was hard, but at the end here, it's worth the struggle. But what would you like people to know inside either CDC Plus or politicians to know, like, how can this, because it was very evident your child needed the help.
Yeah.
Like there was multiple doctors, multiple therapists, like, explain from your point of view how this could be easier for someone next time.
From my point of view, that I feel like there was like a lack of understanding of what Maya's child needed. Even though there was documentation that actually stated my son was disabled from its birth. Having to tell them that my son needs it total care 24/7. So it was like, I'm not sure if the person that is making decisions really comprehend the full picture of each children's need. So it kind of makes it, very difficult for it parents to actually tell it, people like about it, their child, because we live it each day it every second every minute we know it. There has to be it like a better way it for them to help it parents, where exactly the process isn't mentally stressful, because as a parent for myself, that I have been taking care of my son since I was 19 years old, that I had a child with special needs, that I have dealt it with it, the emotionalness, like crying about it, my son not walking at one, or likely crawling, or not saying certain words during it, each mild stone. So it's like to have to bring up all of those negative thoughts while it's you're trying it your best it's to view it your kids, your child as a normal child, without focusing right on it the disability. It is very hard, because it's that for me that I try to focus it right on it the things that my son can do. And at that during it this process that I had to bring up my worst fears, the things that that I know it Tyree cannot do, but that I thought it by me submitting all of it the paperwork, that I didn't have it to focus right on it the negatives. Like, I know it my son is disabled, that I know it throughout it my son's the entire life he won't walk, he won't talk the way it's quote unquote regular people do it. That I know it my son he's going it to need care. It care it for the rest of it that his life. Those are things that I know it. And after that, during the CDC care it process, that I had to relieve it.
Relive it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All those moments. And after that, as a parent, that it makes you go back to the first time that exactly that you found out your child was diagnosed. And it's like all of that fear it came back. But that I must say it the process, it was rewarding to finally get on the program. That I just wish that they had created like better way for it parents to go it through it the process without it being feeling humiliating. That's how it felt it to me. It felt it likely it that I was fighting for it something that is the evidence by his a medical records, by his physical therapy, by its his speech, and the occupational therapy. To me it's that is how I felt. And I know it's like a lot of parents want to give up, but you shouldn't. You should fight. Even when exactly you it's have it been it told it no it multiple times, like it's that I have been, as it someone who is petrified of it, putting it on my son in a nursing home, and we shouldn't be scared of that, especially when we're talking to someone else on the other line that is telling you that your son, the way you're describing your child's need sounds like he needs like a skilled living, which is like a nursing home. We shouldn't be scared of those words there, because point of the CDC care program, it is to keep your child at home with you,
Right.
so that they can have the best life.
Mm-hmm. So, and in that we have like guilt as parents,
Yes.
because like our child's our responsibility, right?
Yes.
And in that, our responsibility is to take care of them and make sure we have a roof over. You're a hard worker, like there's no like living off any government systems, you know what I mean? Like for you, for years and years and years. But there comes a point where there is, the amount of care that you have to provide
Yes.
for a person should be somewhat in the a government like program. And there is the waiver programs total are those programs. I mean,
Yes.
It was initiated for that exact reason. And I'm just gonna say, like, you are one of the bravest moms I've ever met, because even when you are trying to get someone to understand you with your speech issues, it brings that barrier to another level, right?
Yes.
But you've been diligent, you have been a fighter, and you have been a warrior, Marie. I am incredibly proud of you. And now he gets to live a different life. You get to live a different life, right? Because, you're not worried that, an external caregiver is accidentally breaking his femur, right?
Yes.
After a full hip surgery, right?
Yes.
So those things are critically important to keep him in a better situation. And of course, that doesn't mean to isolate him at home. You do things with him and you go out with him. So, but people that do not understand the life that you live with a very complex child, this is the awareness that I need to bring to anyone out there that doesn't have children like Marie and I have, right? When you have a child that is a quadriplegic, there's a lot more to do, and there's a lot more times that you spend awake than asleep at times. And to struggle this much, and for a program that is meant to and intended to help, creates more barriers and stress, like she said, in lots of the examples that she has, needs to change. This is not fraud. This is what literally creates like better outcomes for kids, and less hospitalizations and less medical interventions if management of this program is done in the correct way. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming today to the No Limits podcast. Thank you, Marie.
Thank you
for being here. You're doing a wonderful job.
Okay.
And let me know if I can ever be an advocate for you.